Well, everyone, everywhere, it is another Fat Guy Radio Show for January 29th, 2020. And like many people, we are still reflecting upon the tragic news that broke on Sunday afternoon that affected the world of the NBA. Now, I will say right here at the beginning of the show that this may not be the most waka waka funny opening, but we're gonna get to the waka waka funny later in the show. But former podcast that covered a lot of stuff that happened in the NBA. So the news of Kobe Bryant's um, untimely passing really affected us all. Um, and I've listened to a lot of other programs on how they are covering this, and the news and the details are still coming out because it's so fresh. And it's just almost unbelievable. Now, I will go on record and detail, you can speak to this, that I have been very critical of Kobe Bryant on this show. I have at one time banned his name from being said on the show, and it wasn't because of who he was, but because of what he did
to the Suns.
Yep. And what he did to other NBA teams. So it was coming from a biased fandom of the Phoenix Suns, because I'm a homer for the Phoenix Suns. So I have been critical. However, never once did I ever attack his character or what he did outside of the NBA, and him being a father and being a business owner and so forth. You can't take that away from him. I was critical of him because of how good he was.
Yeah.
And a part of me wanted that for the Phoenix Suns, knowing it would never happen.
Ever.
He came out of high school right into the NBA, and he knew how good he was, and I knew how good he was. I just didn't sign off on it because I wanted my home team, the Suns, to be better. So I have been critical of Kobe Bryant, and I know people are going to listen to this that have been historians of this show that are going to be like, Corey, how can you say something good about somebody that you've been so critical? I was critical of his gameplay. He played the game. He knew how to play the game. He was good. He was great at playing the game. I just didn't like how every time him and his Lakers came through Phoenix, they trounced all over our faces.
All over.
So that was my criticalness of Kobe. But the news on Sunday, I was literally on a road trip with my little guy, AJ. We were at McDonald's waiting on my decaffeinated coffee and to make McMuffins, and my son's two McDoubles with no onions, no pickles. Very specific.
Why not just get a regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was paying for it, so he didn't care. And he looked up at me, and he was on his phone, and he says, Kobe Bryant was just killed in a helicopter crash. I'm like, what? Fake news. That was the first thing that went to my mind was fake news. Like, this is not possible. Kobe Bryant is indestructible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's larger than life.
Yeah.
A helicopter, no. And then I started going, Twitter going through and looking online, and it just started popping up and populating more and more and more. More sources reported it. The reason why I call shenanigans DA at first was the fact that it was reported by TMZ.
TMZ, yep.
And you know how you can't always trust what comes out from TMZ.
I beg to differ.
I kind of call it into question sometimes.
I haven't seen anything false from TMZ.
I don't like how they're the first to know.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. So I was in McDonald's.
And they deleted the post, allegedly.
Yeah.
It was like a post and delete, and then they reposted it.
There's some conspiracy theories that are starting to surface, regarding the helicopter operation, the helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
fog,
Yeah.
approval, flight path,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff is starting to come out. But boys, where were you when this all broke, and what was some of your responses? Da, I'll go to you since you are more of a Lakers fan than anyone else here.
Yeah. First off, I just want to say rest in peace to everybody involved. That's hard. It's hard, and I know it's a big event in American history because everybody I talked to about it, they mentioned where they were at.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where I think everybody's gonna remember where they were when they first heard it. I was taking a walk around the park. I was with my wife and my 2 kids. I was listening to YouTube, trying to get some PUBG tips. It's a video game, so I need some tips and tricks on it. My wife was making fun of me, and my boy called me. I ignored it. Mm-hmm. He called me again. I ignored it. And when I ignored it the second time, I was like, he never calls me twice. And then I get an alert. He said, bro, Kobe died. And
wow.
And I was like, nah. I was like, BS. Shenanigans. He just wants me to get on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Because he's been harassing me about playing Grand Theft Auto. So I was like, nah, not real. But a piece of me said, let me check Twitter. That's my go-to news source.
It
Twitter
seems to be a lot of people's go-to news source.
It's the most, it's going to hit before anything on TV hits. And I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
I go on Twitter. It's all over. Kobe's the #1 trending topic. He's actually he was like 1 through 15.
Yeah. Yeah. Took up the whole entire trending.
Yeah.
U.S. trending, Arizona.
Yeah.
Everywhere, just trending.
And that's when, like, my heart dropped.
Yeah.
Literally to the pit of my stomach. And then, I don't know, I just kind of froze. It felt like I levitated almost. Like, I just froze.
Yeah.
I was still walking, but I froze.
Yeah.
I called my dad. I said, Dad, did you hear anything? He said, nah, I'm watching the news right now. It's not on there. And I said, okay, well, let me know. So I hang up, and then everything else is starting to come out about the details of the crash. My mind said, who was on the helicopter? Like, I was freaking out. I just thought his whole family was gone. My dad called me about 30 minutes later. Hey, yeah, it's on the news now. So I was like, yeah, it's real.
Wow.
And ABC has started tweeting. I want to say Phoenix, the ABC Phoenix tweeted it out too.
Yeah, I was looking at the Twitter as well. I didn't believe it until I saw ESPN tweet it.
Yeah.
And that was just, I wasn't refreshing immediately, over and over and over, but it just happened to pop up ESPN, and then, our group chat, I think it was Little D.
Yeah.
That first sent a group chat out that asked, hey, did you guys hear about Kobe? And then, we all ranged in, and then I said it was confirmed by, ESPN, because I didn't believe it until I saw it from ESPN, But I could imagine that you would be a little bit more, have a little bit more of a reaction to this, being that you were a huge Lakers fan.
Yeah, it's a little deeper for me because Kobe's a childhood hero.
Yeah.
And also, for me at least, I've been around a lot of death in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can cope with it a little bit differently than some of my friends have who are deep Laker fans, because it's still tearing them up.
Wow.
So.
D-Tay, where were you when all this went down, and what are some of your thoughts?
Well, it's funny. I woke up at like 6 that morning and drove out to meet some friends up to play basketball. So, like around 9, I finished playing ball. I go visit my grandmother and my dad, and so I was supposed to have breakfast with somebody else. So head to their house, and it's around like 12:30. Just like finished eating this breakfast.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the table with them, and then I get a group text from one of my boys, not Little D, one of my boys from the prison, and he's just like, "Yo, Kobe just died." And I was like, "Nah, bro. Nah, that's." I was waiting for the tweet from the any confirmation, like from Kobe saying, "Who keeps saying I'm dead? Like I'm not dead. I'm out here.
Yeah.
I'm out here playing ball. Shut up."
Yeah.
So I Google it. I'm Googling, and I'm like, "Oh, snaps. All right. TMZ says it, but and then one of the people I was sitting with goes, yeah, but like you can't really trust what TMZ says. How would they know? I said, you know what? Their sole purpose is following celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they might have someone there.
You didn't call into question TMZ being the first to report this?
Well, so I saw TMZ and then CBS and then the New York Post, all
Okay.
within the same hour.
Okay.
So, but TMZ supposedly have broke it. All the other sources was like per TMZ.
Yeah, everybody referenced back TMZ.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, it is TMZ, so there's a 50-50 chance this might not be true, but like as far as how they would know, I'm like, they get in there.
Yeah.
They get in there. And so I was like, I don't know. I wasn't even like, I was like, this might be a hoax. This might be a hoax. And I didn't see it anywhere else. And then I'm watching. I decided to watch the second half of the Pro Bowl, NFL Pro Bowl, because I was going to watch the Suns game later. So I was like, well, I'll watch the Pro Bowl until the Suns game comes on. And all of a sudden, they start talking about it. And then they start saying who was on the plane.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit me.
Mm.
That's when I was like, yo, I don't even have kids. And I was like, yo, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then like the details of like where they were headed, who was all on the plane, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching the Suns game and they're talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not like Kobe as a player because he played for the Lakers. That's the only qualm I've ever had with Kobe.
Yeah.
Was that he was a Laker. There was always, every year there was like a rumor, he might come to the Suns.
Y'all say that about every good player.
No. Well, no, I'm talking about like there were bids.
Yeah.
Like, and like people saying like, because we bid for LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
We did bid for him. We did put in a bid for Kobe, or for Kevin Durant. And I was like, but the other ones I was like, if we get him, that'd be great for us. But
Yeah.
Kobe was the only one I was like, yo, get this guy.
Yeah.
Get this guy. Because then he can do to the Lakers what he's been doing to us.
Yeah. You'd have to give him $100 million and Tucson.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No one lives in Tucson anyways. It's okay.
Hey.
And half of the Grand Canyon
It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
filled in.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. But like, I was such a big Kobe fan for not being a Lakers fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved watching the Lakers play in the finals and stuff like that. I love to watch Kobe's game.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is. And I loved Kobe so much that I even went out and bought his children's book.
Oh, nice.
I have that, the Wisner series, Training Camp.
Okay. I haven't gotten it.
And like, it hurts that like that series might not be finished ever. If it was never planned out or anything. And I'm like thinking like I was looking forward to it because I was like, when I have my son, I'm gonna read him these stories because the first story is so great, and it just talks about the stuff, the Mamba mentality, and the stuff that Kobe like epitomized: hard work, determination, leaning on people who have the skills, learning the skills, developing the skills for yourself, and not being deterred from your passion.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, like,
The news of Kobe passing was a shock. And I can't say that I was sad at first. What broke my heart was as I was sitting in that McDonald's with my little fella, Gigi, his daughter. That in that moment, 13 years old, in that moment, in McDonald's, I just grabbed my boy and I just hugged him and I kissed him.
Yeah.
In McDonald's, surrounded by all the vagrants that were there. Because that's what happens when you stop at a McDonald's when you're on a road trip. But just grabbed him and held him. And a lot of people are talking about Kobe. And yes, he was the biggest name, but DT alluded to the fact that there were 9 people on that helicopter. Kobe Bryant, Gigi Bryant, John Antebelli, Alyssa Antebelli, another young girl, Carrie and I'm not saying the last name right. Altobelli. Christina Meyer, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and the helicopter pilot Ara Zobayan, I believe. So those 9 victims were all perished in that flight. And what I hate is that as the week goes on, all the BS is going to start rolling out. All of the crap is going to start rolling out. I hated watching the news cycle because the news cycle, of course, what's the first thing that they're going to pull up after they somewhat try to mourn him for TV, and then in the next breath, they're bringing up his scandals. And I'm like, dude just transitioned off this planet, and you want to bring up his dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what really sucked and what really kind of pissed me off about this entire breaking news is the fact that we knew on social media before his family knew.
Yeah.
That sucks. And I blame and I point the finger at TMZ. You were that money hungry and greedy that you couldn't give his family the courtesy of contacting one of his representatives first before you wanted. It's the rush to be the first.
Yeah.
And I'm going to credit the Breakfast Club because they said it best on their Monday's episode. Rush to be first. It is effed up that his wife, Kobe's wife, found out online with the rest of us. Now, the other family members, they were alerted by the sheriff's office, but Vanessa Bryant wasn't given that same courtesy because TMZ wanted to break the news.
Yeah.
And they wanted to be first. I think in this instance, they should have practiced a little morality and reached out to Kobe Bryant's representatives first to make sure or allow the sheriff's office to contact his family first, like they do with the military. When a military servant is killed in service, you don't see it on MSNBC before the family is alerted by the military.
Yeah.
I think that's where the biggest misstep happened in this situation. We all knew at the same time his wife learned of the same. Imagine that, if you can't even wrap your mind around it. Seeing the fact that your husband and your daughter are killed in a helicopter crash while you're scrolling through Twitter. Imagine that concept.
Yeah.
Seeing someone you love dead, and it's being reported by, I'm sorry, TMZ is still a modern day rag. It's a rag mag, is really what it is. They could have given that family a little bit more respect than trying to drive revenue for their online social media presence. Yeah. Yes, they have the little rats that run around all the celebrities. Yes, they probably had somebody following that helicopter because Kobe flew it quite often. Mm-hmm. And the moment that helicopter went down, the first thing in their mind shouldn't have been to tweet. The first thing in their mind should have been to, this looks like a tragic situation. Let's let the families know first. Then we'll release the news.
Yeah.
That's where that pissed me off.
Yeah.
That really angered me.
I agree.
They made money they capitalized off of somebody's death.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't, I think even Michael Jackson's family was alerted by the hospital before it was even leaked out. I think Whitney Houston's family was alerted by authorities before it was even leaked out.
Yeah.
We've gotten to that point just in this little span of time that we have a saying on our show, hold it for the mic. TMZ couldn't hold it. That really hurt me, especially the fact that there was 2 adolescents on that plane.
I want to say 3, right?
3 adolescents on that plane. They could have, yeah, you're right. Peyton was an adolescent, Alyssa was an adolescent, and Gigi. They could have held that until the family knew. But reports have said Vanessa learned the same time we all did. That's effed up.
Yeah.
Wrap your mind around that.
Yeah.
Your-
Especially the kids.
Your family's dead. Your daughter's dead. Your son's dead. And you learned about it while scrolling through goat pictures on Twitter.
Yeah. And you mentioned that the other families, had the courtesy. I don't think they did because I think they knew, hey, they were on that helicopter with Kobe.
Yeah, they tied it together.
Yeah.
They tied it together. And I know that there are authorities in California that are angry about this as well.
Mm-hmm. I don't think, and I don't know how TMZ learned. I don't think they have people following helicopters because the pattern that helicopter was doing, I don't think anybody could have followed it. I think the leaks happen within those police departments, within the rest of those departments.
I would agree because you know what they do?
They get paid.
They write a check.
Yep. Hey,
all of these people.
Yeah.
That's how political leaks happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are moles amongst all these organizations that have contact inside of organizations like TMZ that know if they report this, it could have been someone as easy as a traffic control operator.
Yep.
That knows that they have a phone number and a card in their pocket, especially in California.
Mm-hmm.
They got a card in their pocket that as soon as they hit some breaking news, you call this number and a check will be deposited into your account.
Same day.
Same day.
And that check could probably be $100,000.
$100,000 for something big like this.
So I don't know, but I'm just speculating.
I'm sure that's how it. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
It's got to be money motivated.
Yeah.
But it just sucked. My heart bleeds for Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah.
My heart bleeds for all of these families that had to learn of this tragic news through social media. So look, folks, thank you for inviting us for the opening of this. We're gonna have some fun later on in the show. But before we start the show, in honor of Kobe and in honor of the victims on the plane, we're going to take a 24-second moment of silence. And I know that's something that you do not do on podcast or on radio, but we're going to take a 24-second, which is a 24-second shot clock in the NBA. We're going to take a 24-second moment of silence in honor of Kobe. And if I can tell you anything, and leave you with anything, the people that you love and the people that love you, let them know that you love them. Because I've heard this, I'm going to quote the Breakfast Club again. Death does not discriminate. Everyone that died yesterday had plans for today. Everyone that died this morning had plans for tomorrow. Take the time now to make sure that the people that you love know that you love them without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yep.
We're going to take a 24-second moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. Oh, hey, hi. So let me explain to you what's happening right now. So the show is going on. We've started the show, or we might be in commercial right now, but because we've been fighting a lot with YouTube and Vimeo and our other video streaming services, what we've done is we've taken out all of the cool elements like the intro, the bed music, the commercial breaks, and all that other stuff. So while all that is happening right now, you're seeing this, and it's not the ideal way we want to bring you the show, but it's the best workaround to keep the peace between us and YouTube and Vimeo, even though, we are a broadcast entity and they don't recognize that. But I'm so tired of fighting with them about our music and the fact that we have an agreement to allow us to play certain songs and they don't honor that and la 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 la. But anyway, and they threaten to sue. Anyway, so we've taken all that out. So you're hearing this, or you're seeing this, and it may get cut off at any time because when we start talking, that's the part YouTube and Vimeo and the other streaming services will allow us to give you. So once we start talking, I'll just go away and then I'll be back when we go to another commercial, and you'll hear me say the same thing over and over. So it's not our fault. It's just the best way for us to keep the peace, because we're peacekeepers here on Fat Guy Radio Show. And so, yeah, that's where we are. And that's why this is going on. So now I'm like you, just waiting for, the show to come back on or to start or wherever we are in the middle of the program. And
all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fat Guy Radio Show. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the opening here? Yeah, there it is. Live from Arizona, USA, and broadcasting to 79 countries with over 1 million downloads worldwide, heard by the best fatnatics. Welcome to Arizona's home for Hot Talk Radio. This is Fat Guy Radio Show. I'm your host, Corey Blaze, joined by Daniel D.T. Taylor.
What's good?
Doug, the D.A. Andrews.
Holla.
And sneaking in through the back cat door is my little brother, DJ Lil D.
Yeah, buddy.
Fat Guy Radio Show is an interactive show. Comment on our YouTube Live. Tweet us your comments to @FatGuyRadioShow. You're also welcome to get at us in the DMs. Search Fat Guy Radio Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And today's show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is brought to you by the Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. Online now. DA is sporting the It's a Podcast Thing tee. Sporting it right now.
Let me pop my collar.
Pop your collar for rocking the FGRS as a podcast thing, folks. You can get yours at fatguyradioshow.com/store. Order now. And just a few days left to get the Valentine's Day special design shirts, folks. I'm telling you, once Valentine's Day is near, those shirts are going to go away. We're going to put them in the Disney vault until Valentine's Day comes around again.
Nice.
So you want to get those right now. You want to get them right now.
Right now.
Reach around and reach off for one of them merchandise shirts.
Yeah.
FatGuyRadioshow.com/store is where you want to get started. Yeah! And you can do it today.
Today?
Yes,
Today.
today.
Today?
All right. I need to step away for a second, boys.
What do we start with? So can I start then?
No.
Since you're stepping away?
Wait, you about to do
Gentlemen.
what?
I'll be right back. Just give me just 1 second, D. Just
Give him a second.
Yo, we just started the show.
Gentlemen.
But I gotta go for a second. I'll be right back.
But where are you going?
I don't know.
All right.
Bruh.
Bruh.
He just up and left?
He up and left.
Like
he up
every-
and right.
I see what you did there.
He up and
'Cause
right.
and left.
But I'm bumped.
I got
Hey.
a question for you fellas.
What?
Yeah.
You know I always bring school in here. Okay, so question today is mortgages.
Uh-huh.
Detail, you're pretty smart, so you might know about this. Not twice a week. They say if you pay your mortgage off twice a month, it cuts it down, right?
What is you talking about?
If paying your mortgage, if you want to pay your mortgage off quicker, if you pay it twice a week or bi-weekly, bi-monthly, it brings your it helps your rate. It brings your mortgage down quicker.
It'll pay it off quicker.
Yes.
And
So
with less of an interest rate.
Right.
Just because you're making more payments, so you're doubling your payments for the year.
Yeah.
So if it's the 30-year fixed mortgage and you're paying twice a month, you'll be paid off theoretically in 15 years.
Y'all really ain't concerned that this dude just up and left the show?
He up and leaves all the time.
All the
No, he
time.
doesn't.
Yeah, he does. It's just that he never leaves our shot on with his on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is he cool?
He'll be fine. 15 years.
So check this out. So what's the difference between bi-weekly or just paying it that
Bi-weekly
same-
likes weeks and months.
No. Exactly. So what's the difference between paying
Bye.
bi-weekly versus
Did y'all get that?
Yeah,
I got it.
I
Oh.
see you clucking big chicken.
Oh, okay.
I was letting it settle, but you wanted to bring it
I'm
up.
unsettled. Like,
He'll be back.
bruh, like, Will he though? The door closed. The studio door closed.
You miss him a lot, don't you?
Whoa.
Okay.
Now, I was going to say, I feel some stomping in the kitchen.
Listen here.
Hey.
I put my hands to hold this for a minute.
I see 3, and I think all 3 are for me.
Now, last week, I'm back.
Oh.
Last week, my little brother said, "Why don't you ever bake anything I can eat?"
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Did you run?
He's all out of breath.
Out of breath.
I ran because,
He knew who's on the radio. That's
well,
why.
no, it took a while because I had this locked away in the refrigerator
Uh-huh.
because I didn't want somebody else to eat it.
Oh, you know.
So I did some
downstairs.
research online and brought my brother chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. Not only chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, but because he is my little brother,
Uh-huh.
it is served on a silver platter.
Go on.
Ooh.
Oh, I see
So
what you
funny,
did
yep.
there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Catch your breath.
Is that a
There's-
chocolate
Yeah, my mouth
ganache?
is watering.
here's a little small piece for
Yeah,
DA
I
because
got
I
it.
know it ain't yellow cake. And then
I need the biggest piece.
you take whatever biggest piece you want.
Do we have any forks?
Let
We
me measure
do.
these.
We got some forks over there.
Reach around and range.
Wait, so you baked this cake?
Yes, from scratch. I did some research
You'll be giving him
to
his.
find out how. Take the whole platter.
Yep.
To find out how to make a moist chocolate cake. And I'm not a big chocolate fan.
Uh-huh.
You just a big piece of chocolate.
I'm just a big piece of chocolate. But I had to run downstairs. Not run downstairs.
Yeah, you did.
I had to run to the refrigerator.
It's probably faster if you ball yourself up and just roll.
Well, see, the thing is that I put
Like
it
Indiana Jones?
I put it somewhere where I wasn't
seen it.
supposed to put it, just to protect it. And then I had to put tape on the refrigerator to make sure somebody didn't eat it.
Yeah.
So-
I get that.
All right, so I went above and beyond today. Baked this today. Now I'm gonna tell you, boys, the cake from scratch, the icing from scratch. I did research on how to make the icing. No DA, it's not a ganache. It's just chocolate frosting.
It's really good.
Is it? It's my first chocolate cake. Lil D,
Yeah.
is your ass even eating it?
Yeah, I am. This is rich, huh? You spent money on this, didn't you?
I wouldn't say that I spent money on it. I will say that the chocolate isn't like just some knockoff chocolate. I got some nice chocolate. It's not Italian imported chocolate.
You
Ghirardelli?
go like the 99-cent store to get it is what I'm saying, right?
No, I didn't go to the 99
It's
cent
Ghirardelli,
store.
huh?
It is Ghirardelli chocolate. Yeah.
How do I know that?
I don't know.
Because I'm fancy and I'm sophisticated.
You are not fancy and sophisticated. None of those could be further from the truth. Fake
I can
news.
tell it's rich. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes kind of rich, not like your ordinary.
Ain't no Hershey's.
Yeah,
So, what do you think? I finally baked something that you can eat.
and I'm eating it. I like it. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
But
But, is there a but, Lil D?
But what? But not for me.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I served it, little bro.
Yes.
I served you on a silver platter.
You did. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
My goddamn platter.
There you go. Some,
You don't take my platter and put it on the move.
he's literally.
that's really good.
It is.
DT, what do you think? Because I know you are a yellow chocolate frosting guy, but since I'm known as Baker Blaze in the streets,
Nobody calls you Baker Blaze.
okay, I call myself Baker Blaze, and I happen to be standing in the street.
Cake's alright.
Can't stand you.
Yeah, so you
I gave you a small piece, as clearly the pieces disappeared. and become even
AK-47.
smaller.
Off the YouTube.
It's edible.
AK-47. You want to taste my
No,
chocolate?
it's delicious, bro.
Is it really?
Oh,
What I love, I'm not having a piece because I had all the cake tops.
What's
you know
that?
what cake tops are?
It's like, is it the top layer? Like that you shave off because you have to cut it to get it
Yes.
flat. So then you probably cut it, and you probably frosted that mug up too, huh?
I did put a little bit of
I know you
frosting
did.
on
You
there.
so fat. You know?
I learned that. I learned that because my wife baked a cake recently,
Uh-huh.
and I saw her cutting the top. I'm like, why the hell you cutting off the top?
Yeah.
She said so it can be flat. I'm like,
Yeah.
doy.
Yeah. I did. I cut the cake tops off, and they were really delicious. Put a little frosting
Mm-hmm.
in them, and I've been snacking on those like pretty much all day because this is a 4-layer chocolate cake.
That's 4 layers.
4 layers.
Can I just say that DJ eats like he hasn't seen a meal in days?
He is done though, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I gave DT a very small piece because I didn't think he would go for it because he is a yellow cake chocolate frosting guy.
Yeah, well, he went for it.
I don't even like any other cake besides yellow cake.
Right, that's why I gave you a small
He fell
piece.
for the bait.
That one is delicious.
Oh, this one right here. Oh, this right here. This right here.
That's almost as good as your yellow cake uranium.
Yeah.
And there's also little chocolate chunks in the cake too.
Yeah, because I didn't. I put a little bit of semi-sweet chocolate on the inside. It's a lot of chocolate, cocoa powder. And here's a trick that I learned.
My tooth is throbbing.
No ganache at all?
No ganache. Here's a trick that I learned, and I didn't think I would do a ganache for you, Lil D, because I thought a ganache would probably be a little bit too sophisticated for your palate.
You might be right.
You'd have took a bite and you'd be like, I don't like this.
You're like, why does this taste so bitter?
You might be right.
You know, but I wanted to do like a basic chocolate birthday cake recipe is pretty much what I did.
This ain't basic because this tastes rich.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
So what was the trick?
So the trick is that when you're baking cakes,
She downstairs.
you're baking cakes. You know how you want to oil and flour your baking tins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you order oil and flour your baking tins when you're baking a chocolate cake, the cake's going to come out of the oven and it's going to have white flour on it.
It's gonna be ashy.
Right, you're gonna have an ashy chocolate cake.
Like Lil D's knuckles.
Nobody wants
Like my nuts.
Nobody wants a Little D's nuts cake, dusted cake when they come out of the oven. So here's the trick, DA. You can write this down and you can share it amongst the world. And AK-47, you write this down too.
Or you can just go back in time and check the show out again, and it'll always be there.
That's true. You butter your baking pan, and then you dust your baking pan.
Wait, with what?
With cocoa powder.
Oh.
When you're baking a chocolate cake. That way, when the cake comes out, you don't have the white flour on your cake. And it worked. It totally worked. I'm not going to say I invented that. I Googled it, and it worked.
Yeah.
So you come out, and then you've got another layer of chocolate on your chocolate cake.
I mean, 1 + 1 is 2.
1 + 1 is 2, ladies and gentlemen. Said here by Fat Guy Radio Show, Lil D.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, before we move on, am I Caramel Ashley King?
No.
What did you just say?
Am I Caramel?
No, she was talking about me.
No,
What? Can you give us some
No, I
context?
cannot.
You know what I'm saying?
He just came out of nowhere with that.
You just Little D
Hey, AK, am I the guy you dream about?
Right.
Like, what?
Who was he directing the question to? We
AK
knew it came from AK-47, but was AK-47 on the YouTube putting it as a question?
Damn,
What
these are
was
some
the
good questions.
comment?
Y'all
What
nosy.
was being said?
I know, right?
What was the context?
That's what I'm saying.
And was it about Lil D?
So
Yeah.
say the context. Give us the context.
he doesn't have it.
What did she say?
Hey, Glenn double effing N says basic equals premix. You got to add the oil slowly and gradually and mix well.
Now, what's it? Who was that off of the pod being there?
That was Glenn double effing N.
All right, Glenn double F it in.
There's 2 N's in Glenn.
Glenn double N.
Double F and in.
Double F it in. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's very true for a box mix. What we're imbibing on here, Glenn double F it in,
This is a whole other level.
is not a box mix, my good friend.
This is that Ruth Chris type. You know what I'm saying?
I love you to death, Glenn double F it in, and I thank you so much for streaming the show on the Podbean app. But Glenn double F it in, this ain't no box mix. Now you do have to add oil. This is a rich cake that I made. There is no oil in this cake.
Ooh.
It is butter
Butter.
and more butter.
I was about to
More
say,
butter.
Jay, before he said that, I was about to say, so there's no oil, which means it's healthy for me because I'm all about my health.
No,
but
there
he
ain't no
said
health.
butter, more butter, right at the damn door.
It is-
My tummy hurts.
I'm doing a fast, a 16-hour fast, and my cutoff time is 8. That is why I ate that cake so fast, because I only had like 15 more minutes before I can't eat no more.
I'm still
I got
doing
you.
my 1 meal a day, and yeah, that was like 3 meals in just that one cake.
So the wet ingredients was butter, heavy whipping cream, and
The blood of a sacrifice.
buttermilk.
Buttermilk. Okay.
Well, good thing I don't taste the whipping cream because I'm not a big fan of that. That's just you must have did it good where I can't feel it.
Yeah.
Did
Did you have any icing?
Yeah.
That was where the whipping cream was.
It's a different type of whipping cream. Probably because it's rich.
Probably because it tastes like
Your
chocolate.
palate is not that refined that you can taste whipping cream.
You know what?
But he doesn't.
know
Little
me.
D wouldn't. If you gave him a piece of pie with a big dollop of whipped cream on it, he'd freak the hell out and punch you in your Glen double F and N.
Yeah.
Why do you gotta say dollop? Why can't you just say a big old scoop and
A scoop of noop?
A scoop and noop. So if you gave Little D a scoop and noop
Thank you.
of whipped cream,
Uh-huh.
also known as a dollop,
Like you talk all the time like you have a monocle in your freaking eye.
I do.
No, you
The hell's a
don't.
monocle? You know, you talking words I don't know. I'm
There's a
Break that
lot of
down.
words you don't know, Lil D.
Facts.
But you know what words you do know, Lil D?
What's that?
Cake.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
Put your hands up.
He doesn't eat whipped cream. He honestly would
Hurry
not
up
eat
and
whipped
buy.
cream. Yeah.
Dang.
Bend over.
Let me tell you how I don't eat whipped cream.
I'm late.
I give you proof that I don't eat whipped cream. We had that in the room one day, and I sprayed it on her and made her eat it off her own body.
Oh, all right, Lil D. Well, man. Little D,
I
you,
digress.
Little
I
D,
digress.
you Glenn effing double N over there. You lost your mind.
I was Glenn Duffel up and did all
So
that.
my first time chocolate cake, and it was so not last minute, but I baked it today, so I didn't have time to do all the fancy videos and stuff that we did with the banana bread.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to do all of
So
that.
did you do it at the studio or you did it at your house?
I did it at home.
I don't know if you brought the greetings to the studio because they got that.
Hell no, I did this at home, brother.
They was probably just out there just. "Ooh, I can't
No,
wait to
I
eat
brought it.
whipped
I
cream."
snuck it in and put it in the refrigerator, and then I hid the silver platter in someone's cubby hole, and I was like this because I didn't want you to come up missing.
It's Me Too time. You can't be putting stuff in people's cubby holes.
Hey, I put stuff in people's cubby holes all the time.
I'm known for the cubby hole.
You know whose cubby hole I used last time?
Hopefully not the one that when you let DT use your Christmas noot.
Glen double F and N's.
Ooh, Glen double F and N's.
I used Glen double F and N's cubby hole, and I put my silver plate. No, I'm kidding. Glen double F and N. That's a great username.
Hey, Glen
Hey,
double
so
F
so what did AK say?
Yo, I'm
come on.
sleepy.
I'm like seriously wanting to know what the context is of the
Yo,
comment.
bruh, can you get? It's a.
Hey, how you doing,
Can
me?
you please sit up and engage in the show?
Only
It's
I
a-
do that.
Your
it's a-
back's not hurting you. There's no reason for
My
you
back
to
does still
decline.
hurt very much. Thank you
You
for
were
asking.
lying out your ass. You
My-
were doing. You
Why
were
is
clogged. You were clogged dancing before the show started.
This-
Now your back hurts.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, DT, this is a beans and rice conversation, not
Beans and
shows.
rice? Hey, I'm on a date
You know
right
what?
with beans and rice.
What? What? Say it.
Me and her are about to have a and B conversation, and you can see your way out before D and E come F you up, G.
Ooh, who's E?
Oh, D.
You had me until you said E.
A little D. Now, anyway, what was being said? Hey, before y'all get to what was being said, Corey,
Yes.
you're the smart one in here.
Clearly.
Mortgages. Yes,
Mortgages. Mortgages.
They tell-
Mortgages.
I was
Morgan
having this
Freeman.
conversation because I getting older now,
I
fellas.
totally just Wendy Williams right now.
Yeah, you did.
Oh
You
God!
heard?
Yeah.
Did you really? I got my cake up here, man.
You better eat it.
Hey, you got some extra chocolate?
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
We'll give you some time to air out while we take a quick break
Give
right
him some
here.
time to air out.
We'll give him some time to air out
Yeah.
while we take a quick break right here, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Fat Guy Radio Show. We're going to take a quick step back, and then on the other side of this, we'll get to Little D's question about mortgages, and Little D will enjoy his chocolate cake.
No, now I won't.
It's Fat Guy Radio Show on FatGuyRadioShow.com. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to Fat Guy Radio Show. People of the world, I got to tell you about Target. I was there because I had to get some baking pans.
Baking pans?
Baking pans, and I wanted to get some of them non-stick baking pans because the baking pans that I had didn't have non-stick on them. So I wanted to get me some non-stick baking pans. So I went to FatGuyRadioShow.com/Target. Target, run and done. It was so easy. It was beautiful. They had my Target location already saved because it went right to my Target app. When I did FatGuyRadioShow.com/Target, it was amazing. Got the pans. It was easy. I ordered it, paid for it through the app, walked into the store, again, went right to the customer counter, had my little receipt and my little email, bloop, bloop, grabbed my pans, and I was out.
Ooh, nice.
Because, who has 4 baking pans laying around?
I'm surprised you don't.
I don't.
The studio definitely does it, and my mic is off. There we go.
I don't.
But that's threw him all the way off.
FatGuyRadioShow.com/Target is where it is. Quality is where we reign supreme.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? If you go there to get your baking pans, your cake will come out as rich as Corey's did.
That's very true, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here because we are up on another hard break. We're trying to catch up here because our first segment went a little long, so pardon us. So we're going to take a real quick break right here.
We're trying to catch up because we mustered through the show.
Okay. I see what you did
That's
there.
why your ass choked. We'll be right back after this on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
Choking off that dry ass cake.
It's a good time to be a doer. Now your phone not only knows what that thing is, but where that thing is. Lockers are no longer just for gym shoes. Tile work has moved beyond guesswork. And if you can't run to the store can run to you. Welcome to today's Home Depot. How doers get more done. It's a good time to be a doer. Now your phone not only knows what that thing is, but where that thing is. Lockers are no longer just for gym shoes. Tile work has moved beyond guesswork. And if you can't run to the store can run to you. Welcome to today's Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Well, hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's like we haven't seen you in a minute and 13 seconds.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This portion of the show is brought to you now by Target, how doers get more done. I'm sorry, did I say Target?
You did. I was going to say.
We're going to start this one more again because we got to send this to the client, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This portion of the show is brought to you by Home Depot.
Ooh, Home Depot.
How doers get more done. I am loving my Home Depot experience. I love how everybody at my Home Depot knows me.
Yeah.
The other day, the lady called me Pliers Corey.
Ooh. Why?
Because I always go in there for pliers because I'm always losing pliers.
Oh, yeah, you told that story.
Well, I walked in there last time, and I'm like, I'm not here for a plier. I'm here to look for one of them smooth clothes and toilet seats.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to redo my downstairs powder room, and I want to get me one of them smooth clothes and toilet seats so when my drunk friends pass out, they don't get their fingers slammed up in the heavy toilet seat.
Oh, that's smart.
That's
Nice.
really smart.
Nice.
You know
That's
what I
thinking
mean?
outside the box.
That's thinking outside the
I
box.
see what you did there.
And you know who has a lot of boxes? Home Depot.
Ooh.
You don't got a lot.
Home Depot at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Home Depot. Click the banner. Shop for everything. Home decor. Spring is coming up. Spring actually began here in Arizona about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it did.
So for the rest of y'all, spring is gonna come around, which means that y'all grass gonna need to be mowed, your trees gonna need to be trimmed back, all that good stuff. You're gonna want to have friends over because y'all can drive on the road without getting slipping and sliding in the snow. Home Depot will make your house look real nice.
Speaking of
It'd
Home
be
Depot,
real nice.
what's a good weed killer to get from there?
I like to go with the Roundup thing, believe it or not, and I love my Roundup Home Depot deal because you go into Home Depot and you buy the Roundup with the pump action.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to buy the pump again. You go back to Home Depot and you just get the refill bottle and you put that in the pump that you already bought, so it's reusable.
Yep.
I love it. And I actually was weed killing just the other day outside the house, and I love that little pump action from Roundup that I get from Home Depot. You pump it, you get 10 minutes of constant spray.
10 minutes.
I was weed killing this weekend too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And I all start at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Home Depot.
Yep.
Hey, real quick, Glenn Double F&N pulled your card, bro.
Oh, Glenn Double F&N pulled my
He said
card?
a dollop sounds all classy and stuff. Rich people eat that word up. But then what he followed up with was for you.
Oh!
Restaurants use fancy words to make their food seem classy. Does that sound familiar, Mr. Ramekin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I use fancy
Mr.
words. I use fancy words to make my food sound real fancy, and I use those same words if I was selling it to charge more. You ain't saying nothing that we don't already know.
Exactly.
Glenn Double F&N.
Hell
Exactly.
no, lady.
Now, I just want to go ahead and relish in the fact that we mustered the strength to catch up.
Yeah, we sure did. We
Yeah.
mustered the strength to catch up.
Ah, you reversed it. See, I put my thing down, but you flipped it and reversed it.
Yeah.
It's
Your
your
turn.
I put my thing down and it came out with a baby. And I wish I could reverse it from the last baby mama. You know what I mean?
But I love that
I'm
one.
working on that little D.
I don't love it, but I got to pay child support.
I love that one.
I love a girl.
Little D, I love everything your penis has done.
Yeah, I love the kids. I just don't like the baby mamas.
You got to do what I
You
did.
think I know.
Have the baby kill the mama.
I'm working
Hey.
on that.
OJ did it.
He
Oh,
sure did.
Jesus.
And once I figure out how he did it correctly without getting away, because Johnny Cochran gone, so I can't use him.
Now, Lil D, if they give you the glove and it don't fit, you must have quit. But if they give you a condom and it do fit, you done.
That is true.
That would have to be a magnum because, hey.
That's a shower curtain.
All
You
right.
talking-
So
I seen his
mortgages.
imprint.
So mortgages.
Mortgages, Lil D.
Speaking of big stuff.
Mortgages, go.
So, me and this guy was having a conversation. Let me go back for a
Okay,
second.
hold on.
Let me
Stop.
go back
wait,
for a second.
Wait, stop. Anytime you bring me a situation where you say me and a guy was having a conversation, I already know you ain't gonna listen to me. Because if you really had a question that you wanted help with, you would have never went to the guy.
Well,
You would have came directly to me. So you know what? I'm going to defer to Little D. I'm going to defer to D-Tay and DA on the question of your mortgage, even though neither one of them have mortgages.
How can I help?
I'm not giving you no idea, no help, because if you really, truly wanted the help, you would have came to me first.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
you didn't.
I got
No,
it from here.
well,
so what you
boys.
want to do is,
No, hold on,
once
hold
you
on.
have your mortgage, you want to take all that equity that your home has built up. You want to pull that equity out, right?
All right.
And then you want to put it back onto the life of the loan.
Okay.
So you're going to pull the equity and pay the loan down.
Smart. That
Nah,
does not sound
don't-
good,
don't
but
do
that sounds
that.
smart.
Now, I'm gonna
no,
go ahead.
that's not what I was even asking,
Well, hold
though.
on. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my thing.
See, what
Okay.
we're doing, Little D, is we're answering your question before you pose your question.
Okay.
My-
We inside your mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
What you really want to do,
Should I hit that or what?
what you really want to do, is you want to sleep with the realtor, and she gonna pay your mortgage for you.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh.
Now you ain't gotta worry.
As long as you hitting it right.
Oh.
Exactly. 'Cause
Double facts.
There is a point that like you might hit it too well,
Careful.
Uh-huh.
and then your whole life is messed up.
Yeah, there you go. Back
Fatal
up.
attraction.
Threw
So-
that in reverse real quick.
Just
see
don't go too deep
Okay.
in it.
Quiet. Hey, boys, come on.
Don't go to the second layer. Hello, Dazio, off of the Podbeam, and Glenn Double F. You got me rolling. Lil D, that has an awkward connotation to it.
Yeah,
it does.
All right, so Lil
It
D,
does, and it means what it says.
Lil D, what was your question?
Okay, so like I was saying,
Don't do it. Just don't do it,
No,
Lil
no,
D.
no.
You go screw your whole life up. And I ain't fixing it no more. I got a kid in college.
No, I got plans. No, somebody. You know how I like to go against what people tell me I can't do.
You go against everything I tell you
Exactly.
to do.
Well, no. somebody said I can't pay my mortgage off in 10 years, so I'm going to prove them wrong.
Okay.
And if I can't do it in 10, I'm going to do it in 12.
Okay.
That's my max. So me and this realtor was talking. I actually been talking to a lot of.
Was it my realtor?
No.
Anybody that I'm connected to?
No, it was this guy that I know.
Then they lied. They
Dave
all
Ramsey.
lied. They all.
No,
lied.
he was saying that he's gonna do because he's gonna pay off his mortgage early too.
Okay.
And he tallied up to all he has to pay is $1,200. But I don't know if that's extra on top or no. But he was saying that was total. But he was saying he's making double payments or bi-weekly, bi-monthly, making 2 payments in a month.
That's bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So, what's the difference between him making it bi-weekly than just making that same payment at the end of the month, like on with your regular mortgage payment, but toward the principal? It's a
really easy answer. The cycle of time that interest can calculate is shorter. So he's paying less interest, which means more is going to his principal, which allows him to pay his mortgage off faster.
So it's better to pay bi-weekly because you get what I'm saying?
If you can afford to do it, yes. And then if you can afford to pay bi-weekly and pay more than your actual mortgage, you can. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Dave Ramsey's podcast.
No.
This is Fat Guy Radio Show where we talk cakes, booties,
big
and
booties
penises.
at that.
And crazy MFer off the Podbeam. This is not a church show, even though sometimes we do spit some scriptures.
We do drop some scripture.
You want some scripture?
And hi to Ankit off the Podbeam. And yeah, I'm gonna censor all your comments. So poop.
Let's give him some church. Let's take him to church.
So did I answer your question though?
So it's not the same thing as paying it 2 payments in a month.
What it is paying 2 payments in a month. Yes, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, right? So I don't got to make it bi-weekly. I can still take that payment and do it that extra at the end of the month.
All you're doing is when you're paying multiple times in a month, you're just cutting down or limiting the amount of time that the interest is able to calculate. They can't calculate interest from payday to payday. They will from month to month. They will calculate the interest from your payment. Then 3 days later, the interest will start to calculate. From the next payment, then 3 days later, your interest will start to calculate. So when you're paying twice a month, you're interrupting the cycle of interest. So you're paying less interest by paying twice a month.
How much is your mortgage?
People don't get it. It's $1,560.
And you want to make double payments? You balling,
right?
He's my little brother.
Hey, what you doing after this, little D?
Not you.
Oh, wow! You just got shut down.
Like
you just got Glenn double effing in.
Yo, that kind of felt bad though. Like I really got turned down.
You really did. You got shut down by Little D, and he do everybody.
He does. Even that homeless that was out there at Corey's luxury mat.
Yeah, she's still waiting for you.
By the way, I'm still itching after that.
Got the itchy and scratchy show in your drawers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick break right here. Seems like there's a little audio problem going on live stream. We do apologize for that. We'll get that fixed for you here after a while. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're taking a quick break. We'll be right back after this on FatGuyRadioShow.com. Yeah. Professionalism is what we practice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Whoa. We gonna get it right Yeah.
One of these days.
I'm just gonna ignore it. Little DT, tell me about Afterburn. Well said. All right.
So it's a show where we don't censor ourselves, and we can read all your poop comments. If you want to see the uncensored show where we ain't got no rules and we say what we want to say and we get a little real.
We ain't got no rules.
We ain't got no rules. This is when the rules meet the road.
Yep.
Afterburn.
GFN.
Let it burn. $3 a show for the audio.
$8
if you want to join and see us do it live.
With the penis pics.
Oh.
With the penis pics?
Yes.
Oh, snaps.
And the chocolate. The ganache.
And the ganache.
All
Nice.
around the...
Nice ganache.
You know what I'm saying?
Fat Guy Radio Show /Afterburn. Burn someone you love.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Someone you're burning.
DT, who are you?
I think that's one of the best ones yet.
I disagree. All right, so at the end of last week's show,
I haven't had nothing to eat today.
I teased, and you can't eat now because it's 8:04.
I can eat these.
A big tease, little D, you wrong. You wrong.
A big tease.
He's taunting DJ with a piece of cake. So
you had a big tease.
At the end of last week's show, I had a big tease and two of these. Day for you two, ladies and gentlemen. Had a big tease about two weddings.
That's a burn.
Yeah.
2020. Two weddings in 2020. So I was invited to two weddings. One wedding, and I'm going to leave the participants of the wedding's names out to protect the innocent.
Okay.
Okay? So one wedding sent me a save the date card.
One of them mad at any damn way. So
it wasn't me.
3 months ago for a wedding in October.
Okay.
Okay.
That's timely.
Another one sent me a text message a month ago for their wedding in March.
Okay.
Okay? Now, little D alluded to the fact that I don't want to go to neither one of these things. Because weddings to me are nothing more than men funerals. Single men funerals. Because you go, you get married, and your single man card is buried, and you die, and you will never have fun ever again for the rest of your life, and everything that you will know as fun goes away. Hello, DA.
Yeah, I'm married. I can attest.
Exactly.
That's why you got a flashlight.
Or a flashlight.
Thank you, little D. You go from having a boom box to having a clock radio. You go from having a sports car to having a minivan.
Yep.
Love his giggle. What's wrong with the minivan?
You ain't a man no more. You driving a minivan, bruh.
My cars don't validate me as a man.
No,
baby.
but when you's a single dude, you want to have them flashy cars so you can catch them flashy eyes.
Now,
get with me, brother. You know I'm speaking truths here.
Well, yes and no, because there are certain people who have the means to say, I don't know, have helicopters.
Calm down.
All right, so
Yo, actually, get out.
yeah.
Too soon.
So, all right, so
Too soon?
I wasn't planning. I didn't want to go to either one of the weddings, and I had a feeling that one of the participants of the wedding, one of the guys that were getting married, both of them are close personal friends of mine.
Yeah.
One I knew had a question, and he had alluded for like the last month around the fact that he had a question to ask me. He kept going, I have a question to ask you. I went and hung out with him for a little bit, and all that night, that's all he could talk about is I had a question to ask you, So I surmised in my mind that he was going to ask me to be his best man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That wasn't the case.
No.
He did not ask me to be his best man.
Before you go on, do I know one of these guys? 'Cause
You
I
know
got
all of them.
You probably know all of them, allegedly.
Oh. He getting
Maybe.
Maybe.
married? Oh, depends.
So the question wasn't, can I be your best man?
What was the question, Corey?
The question was, can you officiate my wedding?
What?
Wait, so he's getting married in a basketball game?
No, he's not getting married in a basketball game because I don't look good in stripes.
it's
That's
a
not the
hockey
type
game,
of
bro.
officiation I'm talking about.
You know what you should do? You remember how you had those parodies and you did the deacon? I think you should go, bro, with the wig on, with that same suit, and you be in there.
You want me to go as Reverend Afro Big?
I'm telling you. And look it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to join this man and this woman.
Keep shaking it.
in holy matrimony.
No, see, Reverend Afro Big wouldn't say this man and this woman. He would say this man and this woman. Because see, Reverend Afro Big, he's little
right.
D incarnate. He's a little horn dog, a little nasty dude. You know what I'm saying?
And for the gift, we'll give him DA.
Uh-huh.
We all got D's. Okay.
Well,
I mean,
some's bigger than the others.
somebody will come in
your
and
way,
see
Corey.
the Caesar Kingdom.
Dang.
There's a figure for
son.
you,
He ain't lying, though.
There's a figure for you, too. I got you, big bro.
Thank you, Lil D.
So we have this guy right here
DA.
come in and say, he's your queen to be. She's your queen to be.
She's your queen to be.
That would be so dope.
Okay.
And then I will be the DJ, and as soon as it go, get on up and drop that boot. It's going to be a backwards ass
So
wedding.
here's what's gone down.
What's going down?
So I was asked to officiate the wedding that I don't want to go to.
Okay.
Now, this wedding was originally scheduled for March. March, I'm not going to give out the date because the months play in fact here anyway.
Is it leap year?
Well, the wedding out of nowhere. Now, remember, the March wedding I was text an invite to.
Yeah.
And then I was text asking if I would officiate the wedding. Now, those of you that are show historians know that a few years back, I wanted to become an ordained minister in order to perform weddings. Well, I did, and I have. You can now refer to me as Minister Corey Blaze.
I ain't gonna do that.
Thank you.
Can we do
Just nah.
Nah, bruh.
No,
Don't
you
feel
out?
right.
Can we do confessions with you also?
You can do confessions with me.
Thank God.
I got a drop cloth hanging in one of the doorways of my house. You can come do a confession. Don't worry about that little hole cut down.
What is it? You supposed to put your nose through it?
Yeah, I'm curious. What is the hole about?
Yeah, you just put your nose in there.
Speak through the mic right there.
Donut hole.
It's a donut hole.
okay.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
That's
don't
the hole
worry-
you're supposed to speak through.
Don't worry about that hole down at the bottom. You just could go ahead and confess.
Actually, I've seen some of those holes. So donuts go through them? Why is there all like hair and all this? Like, oh, so it makes sense because sometimes I see like the crust from the donut.
Yeah.
What do you call like the topping of it? What's it called? The glaze?
The glaze.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes there's glaze on it.
Yeah, sometimes there's, and don't worry about it because I did have one that used to be wood and I put a whole lot of duct tape around it. Don't worry about that, but still just come and confess your sins under Minister Blaze. So here's the thing. The wedding in March ended up getting moved from March to February.
Wow.
Super Bowl.
Got
Sunday.
moved up more than 2 weeks.
Dang.
And it got moved to a date that I'm working.
But this the one
no.
they want you to ordain?
This is the one that they wanted me to they wanted me to officiate.
So did you agree to the first date?
I totally agreed to the first date. It was perfect. It lined up perfect with our taping schedule, with my basketball shooting schedule. It was perfect. I had the ordination papers done. I submitted everything online that I was supposed to submit because you have to report when you're going to officiate a wedding and so forth like that. Had all that done, set up, ready to go. And then they moved the damn date, and now I can't go.
Is they black?
Ooh.
Because I thought they was white.
They are not black.
I'm beginning to think
So here's the thing: when you do what I do in like working in basketball, and you are a contractor, and you're on camera and stuff like that, there's no such thing as calling out.
Yeah, it is.
Nah.
Just with a game.
It's almost like radio.
Just
You can't call out. That's live TV. You don't call out because a lot of these schedules are set way at the beginning of basketball season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but stuff can happen.
Stuff can happen, and yes, there are some things, but you know what? I'm sorry. A wedding ain't, I think the only time I've seen somebody call out is death or car accident. Other than that, everybody else is there. You always show up. You got to be there. Because here's the thing. It's just like an internet radio. It's just like an internet presence when you're a contracted videographer. If you're not there in 1 minute, they forget about you in the next.
So can you send a runner up in your place?
Well, they got a follow-up guy. I feel bad, so I won't be able to go to the wedding, but I will be able to go to the after party.
But here's the thing. They understand, right?
They do understand, but I don't think that they really do understand.
What
No.
if they moved their wedding just so you can go and officiate? Would you go?
I would totally be there 100%.
Okay.
I would go because I was going to be officiated because I was going to be the center of attention.
So they knew you were going to the first one.
They knew I was going to the first one.
So-
They knew that was a whole setup.
Yeah.
Why they moved it, I know not. And here's the thing. Their wedding attendance went from like 75 people down to 40. So I'm not the only one that couldn't make it.
I think I know why.
Why?
They wanted to invite you, right? And they were like, should I tell Corey he's ordained? They're like, well, nah, we really don't want him to officiate. Okay, I'm just going to ask him. He'll probably say no because, he's just like that. So then they went and asked you. You said yes. And they were like, damn. It was like Trump when he got elected. Like, oh, I'm in now. What do I do? Then they said, okay, let's change the date.
What do I do? You think he said it like that?
What do I do?
So you think they changed the date just to make sure that I couldn't be there?
Exactly. They looked at the Phoenix Suns schedule, and then they moved it to a day that the Suns played.
Yeah, bro, you might be onto something.
See, that's how screwed up you are, DA, with all your friends and so forth. It wasn't my Phoenix Suns schedule that got in the way. It was my GCU schedule that got in the way. See, I have a higher caliber of friends. Number one, my friends understand what a dollop is. So you and Glenn double F and N can sit over there and come up with all your little conspiracy theories, all that you want. They didn't move the date because I didn't want to be there or that they didn't want me there. The original date was planned around the fact so that I could be there. How many people do you know that ask your black ass to officiate a wedding? I don't see no list. Lil D, you see a list?
Nope.
DT, you see a list?
Nah.
I got a list of people that want me to officiate a wedding because who in their right mind would not want Corey Blaze, internet radio sensation, Corey Blaze, to officiate said wedding?
Two things. AK-47 off the YouTube really likes donuts because she calls them glory holes. And then she said they moved it because they got worried about the food budget. Corey might eat too much.
You know what, AK-47?
Pocket's gonna be hurting.
You know what, AK-47, you supposed to be on my side.
Yeah.
Which ones? Did you get the plural of the ones?
That wasn't funny.
My back feels better.
Yeah. I just love it how DA dropped some two stupid puns and Lil D, people are tired of seeing you on video clean your nose. I love it how DA drops two stupid little puns and DT throws his head
My
back.
puns aren't little, they're big puns.
Get the camera off me.
Big and of course, cue DT's laughter.
Get the camera off me.
It's funny. What am I supposed to do?
Also, nothing that I said over here for the last 5 minutes has been funny.
I was laughing.
You was not. You didn't throw your head back like you did DA.
Yeah.
You want him to throw your head back?
Big pun. Here's D.
He throws his head forward for you.
Something.
Here's DT.
I think he's jealous of our connection. It's like the caramel chocolate connection, and he's just mad. But you can dip in it.
Here's the thing. DT don't go over your house when you're not there and watch video games or whatever he likes to do.
Actually, he came over last week.
He goes to Corey's house all the time.
Actually, he came over last week.
Gotta get to Corey's house, goes to Corey's house, takes showers in Corey's. I don't know what he does. And this is the respect that he gives him.
Facts. I can't get no respect on the air.
No respect. And you gotta be ashamed of yourself.
I know who that is.
No respect. Like Roger Dangerfield.
Oops, that was the wrong button.
Roger Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Roger Dangerfield. So anyway, I can't make it to the wedding. They moved the date. I can't officiate it, even though I am an ordained minister, and I can't perform weddings legally in the state of Arizona.
Dang.
But here's the thing. Wow. Back to the question at hand. They can't be mad at you because they knew that you were going to be there to begin with.
See, I told them when they moved the date originally that it was going to be a conflict. And I did. I tried. I went to my director and I asked, is there any way you can get coverage? And you can't. Because here's the thing. When the camera crews for basketball games and sporting games here in Arizona, it's a small group of dudes. Mm-hmm. And they all contract amongst everybody. So everyone that works at the Suns also works at the Coyotes, also works at Diamondbacks, also works at Arizona Cardinals, also works at the hockey arena, and they do everything. Mm-hmm. So there could be conflicts all over the system.
Okay.
And unfortunately, there was a conflict for this day, especially with the fact that they changed the date, moved it up 2 weeks, which gave me less than 2 weeks to try to get a fill-in.
How are they going to tell you to save the date then change the date?
They never gave me a save the date. The save the date that I got was for October's.
And what's up with that one?
That was being fine, even though I'm not going because it's all the way out in Gilbert.
You can't get a chauffeur
You are
to take
trifling.
you? A limo to take
I'm not going to that one.
You're trifling.
That's my boy. I am sorry. I do not want to see him give his life away.
Hey.
My boy that's getting married in October, his little sexy ass needs to stay single.
What
His videos were amazing.
What do you want you to do with that one?
Hey, thank you, Jesse Bennett off the YouTube. Big pun, you get me. You get me, Big Hun.
All right,
my
well, we got the
darling,
DA and
darling
we got the
baby.
DA Maddox on YouTube and on Podbean Live.
Hey.
Hey, Podbean Live and YouTube. Don't forget which side your bread is buttered.
You know what I'm saying?
Podbean Live actually kind of just crashed, so we're not live on there anymore.
Thank you for sharing that on the air. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You're awesome.
My apologies to Justin Bieber. I got DA over there just giving me bad news on the air. And I got DT over there that seems to be afraid of the levels tonight. All right. My apologies to Justin Bieber. We just ran out of time. Let me quickly remind you about the Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. Now open at fatguyradioshow.com/store. Order yours today or give a T as the perfect gift. fatguyradioshow.com/store. Drop us a letter, comment, or question anytime to fatguyradioshow@gmail.com or send a gift. We love surprises to Box 41506, Phoenix, Arizona 85080. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Look us up, subscribe, follow, and share. Tell everybody you know about the show, and when they ask you what's it all about, simply reply. They'll make you laugh or depress the hell out of you, but you won't know until you listen. Lil D, did you enjoy your chocolate cake?
I enjoyed it.
Is it all gone?
No,
Nope.
no. I'm
Of
gonna
course
say
not.
no, because I'm gonna save something for my daughter so she can get a little piece when I
Okay,
get home.
trust me, I got plenty for them.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I would make a cake and
He
not remember
doesn't
my
like your
kids?
cake.
He doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it.
He
Look
doesn't
at
like
how
it.
much I got left.
There's like a butt when he was
No,
like,
no.
yeah, it's good.
No, no.
I brought in
I-
3 pieces of a
Time
cake.
out.
You really think that's all the cake I made?
Time
Lil
out.
D?
Time out.
A 4
You
later.
could lie to me, say yeah. No, I don't eat chocolate like that. No, like that's a lot for me. I don't
And you
do
could
it
have
that
ate
much,
some
but
on the way up too. That's not unfeasible. don't bob your head back.
There you go, D-Tank.
Oh, Bobby,
Unhinged your-
don't
unhinged your
laugh.
jaw. Go ahead and laugh, D-Tank.
It wasn't
D-A made a
funny.
joke. Unhinged your jaw.
It wasn't funny.
For Daniel Taylor,
That was good.
Doug the DA Andrew,
Holla.
and no cake eat Lil D. I'll never bake anything for you ever again. You can rot in hell until you get another baked good from me. You picky son of a bitch. You won't eat nothing if it ain't air or coming out of a damn vending machine, Lil D.
or snatch.
Yeah, buddy.
Or a
Yeah,
snack.
Nobody.
I've been Corey Blaze with our show mantra. Skinny people, fat people already know they're fat, so stop reminding you. Stop reminding us.
Speak for yourself.
Stop reminding you.
Stop reminding you, you fat bitch.
Stop reminding yourself. See you at the top. Good night.
Hello.